Danni. She fell in love with, well, Danni.
I'm judged because I spent $4,000 on a wedding to marry myself.
Her self-love ceremony hit the headlines and the critics came out in force.
Yo, this is the dumbest, most narcissistic I've ever seen. You can't even commit to a diet for yourself. I was scared. I was scared for myself. I was scared for my family.
Today, Danni is going to reveal her unusual relationship status to someone new.
What the is going on?
Hi, my name is Danni. I am 31 years old and I am an influencer and a body image coach. Before the wedding, I spent a couple years in therapy, just really trying to find myself. During my self-love journey, I stopped drinking, I stopped having sex, I was in therapy, I spent a lot of quality time with myself, taking myself on dates, just really learning what I like.
Did you dream of getting married as a child?
Not to anybody. When I was a child, I dreamed of marrying myself. I always just thought the wedding was about the woman anyway. Why can't I love myself? Why can't I celebrate myself? I'm not hurting anybody. I planned the wedding before I let anyone know about it because I did not want anyone to deter me from marrying myself. My big day was so special because all of my family and friends came to support me. My nephew walked me down the aisle. I did not have any bridesmaids or groomsmen standing up. Everyone got to sit on the front row because it's my wedding, okay? But you're there, you're looking cute. When I got to the altar, there was this mirror. I just got to see myself. It was super emotional in that moment, looking at my reflection, who I am, how I've grown. I put the ring on myself and I said I do.
Do you promise to value yourself?
Yes, I do. I posted my wedding shortly after I married myself, but then a few months later, hate pages picked up my wedding. There are pages created to make fun of people, and then more and more pages started picking it up. I was on Fox News and their intent was to embarrass me. A lot of people had a lot of negative things to say. Cough, cough, narcissism. No wonder she can't get a man. What does that even mean? I'm pretty. God, she must be so lonely. Absolutely not. I have me. Yo, this is the dumbest, most narcissistic I've ever seen. Make a commitment to yourself. You can't even commit to a diet. What a joke. Sounds like someone's in their mom's basement. Whenever we don't like how someone expresses their self-love, we use narcissism. I'm just confident, and I think people have a hard time accepting someone who looks like me be confident because we are told that in our society that people who look like me should feel shame and sad about who they are. The most hurtful comment I experienced online was people saying that I had to marry myself because no one would want me. What messages are we sending people of size? That they're unlovable, that they're unworthy? That's not true. I can get married to a man tomorrow. People went and researched and found my address online. The letter that I received in the mail said I was going to go to hell if I didn't repent for marrying myself. I was scared. I was scared for myself, I was scared for my family, and it became very expensive to protect myself. When I posted my wedding on my page, everyone was pretty positive. Yes, 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 sis. Tell them, sis, proud of you. They wish they had your willpower and confidence. Girl, celebrate your journey and what does nobody's have to say. No matter what your gender or background is, that we all should be loving ourselves. Being in a romantic partnership is very different than having a self-love relationship. I've dated in the past, but none of those people lived up to my expectations. I was dating up until Valentine's Day, but he had to go. Today, I'm going on a blind date. I don't know who he is. I know nothing about him. I am feeling nervous. I wasn't before, but now I am getting a bit nervous.
What's your name?
Danni, what's your name?
Adam, nice to meet you.
Adam, nice to meet you.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
How are you, Danni?
I'm fantastic.
I feel like I dressed too.
It's
You look
okay,
so-
it's
you're
okay.
dressing
I'm
so
a fly
nice.
girl,
Yeah,
so
I love
just
it.
next time you'll know.
Yeah. Next time I gotta get my tux on, you know what I mean? We'll go matching and stuff.
Exactly. Well, I have something interesting to tell you.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
All yours.
I married myself.
You married yourself?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yes, what the heck? That is amazing. How, okay, now let's talk about this.
Okay.
So what
Ask the question.
is going on? Where does that come from? Like, why?
Originally, I wanted to marry myself because I wanted to just have a wedding and do a ceremony. But when COVID happened and I couldn't do that, it turned into something deeper than that. It was about me turning over a new chapter, living the life I always wanted to live on, and letting go the shame and the hurt that I felt all those years. I read vows and everyone committed to a self-love journey, and people said I do to themselves, holding their ring up in the air.
You know what? At first I was thrown off, but that idea is so beautiful.
Thank
You
you.
are an amazing person. You're an amazing person.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful, I think more people need to do that.
A lot of people were crying at the wedding because the story that I shared about my self-love journey really touched them. And to hear people say like, look, I'm going on this journey with you too. I had a niece, she was there, and she loves telling people, my auntie Didi married herself and I married myself. And it's really cool to see a kid, 4 years old, is talking about self-love because she attended my wedding.
I really like people who live their life regardless of what anybody else thinks. They're gonna live their life how they want to. And you're that, you know? You're not interested in what people have to say about you. You're not interested in what people have to think about you. You're not interested in any of those things.
Like, come on.
What did your family say when you did that?
I told my parents I had an announcement and they were like, what? My mom was like, oh, my stomach hurts. I don't know if I can take an announcement from you. My dad at first wasn't for it. They kept calling it a thing for a very long time. And I was like, Mama, my wedding is not a thing. My dad walked up to me at the end of the wedding and said, this was beautiful, and gave me a hug. My wedding was all about releasing all of the things that were holding me back from loving myself. I married myself, and then I have a different marriage, and that's a marriage with a romantic partner. And you should have a marriage with yourself too.
You know what? I don't have a marriage with myself, but I do have a pretty good relationship with myself.
So it's safe to say you don't think I'm narcissistic.
No, not at all. So you seem like a very giving person.
I have had a guy who said, look, I don't want to date a girl who married herself, and that's okay but he tried to spin the block. You can't spin the block. Once you say it's done, it's done. I'm not that kind of girl.
You try to come back around, huh?
No, I got options.
No way. You said, bye, I'm out.
I'm out.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Good for you.
I'm not thirsty.
I am thirsty right now, though. Does that mean if we get married, it's going to be a tropo?
Cheers!
Cheers to you and your future success.
Yours too. We had a lot in common. I think it's dope. I'm down to meet up with him again. He's pretty cool. I mean, we don't have to walk down the aisle tomorrow. I think marrying myself has made me stronger. Just to do something that big and that bold for myself. And now I know that I can go after what I want. I love myself and I'm not gonna apologize for it. I will continue to inspire women and show little girls that loving themselves is the most beautiful thing that they can do. Ta-da!